Hi Dunkirk! Welcome to this year's sports day. It's going to be a bit different from usual, isn't it? So whether you're in school or at home, you should be able to participate in sports day. You can't come to the field like we normally do. You're going to need to do it either in school, and your teachers will tell you where the safest place to do that is, or in your house, or if you're lucky enough to have a garden, like I've got a garden, you can do it in your garden, or if you're able to go to the park, you can do it in the park. You just need to take some things with you. Miss Ray's going to give us a safety announcement to make sure that we're all safe. Now normally your teachers will be keeping an eye on you at sports day, and if you're in school they still will be, but if you're at home you might be doing this by yourself or with brothers and sisters. You need to make sure you're keeping yourself and each other safe, so Miss Ray will explain to us how to do that. Okay, thank you Miss Ray.
Hello there everybody, and it is so good to see you for our first ever virtual sports day. And I think this will be the sort of day that we will all remember forever. I've never known a virtual sports day before, and I don't think we'll know one again. So I'm here to talk to you about making sure that this is a day you remember because it's fun and exciting, rather than a day you remember because something awful happened and it went wrong and it wasn't very nice. So to make sure that happens, I'd like you to put on your thinking cap. Yep. And it's a little bit different today because what's going to happen is you're going to see little videos of each activity. So you'll be able to watch the video and get on with the activity. But I need to use your thinking cap the other way around to normal. Okay? Because you're going to watch the video first, and then you're going to prepare the things you need. Now don't worry, they're things from around the home, so you'll be able to do that easily. But once you watch the video, prepare the things you need. And then I'd like you to appraise the area that you're going to work in. So think about that activity you've been given, okay, and then go and find the best space to do that activity. So if you're inside because the weather's not very good, then which space inside would be the best space? Okay, would it be the hallway or would it be your sitting room? You choose, all right? But find the best space, so appraise the best space. And then make sure that you have cleared the area and that, of course, you've checked with your adults that it's okay to do this activity, it's okay to use the things you decided to use, and it's okay to be in the space that you're in. All right, so if you do it in that order, it should work rather nicely. And always think, is it sensible? Is it safe? If you're indoors, especially today, just remember those radiators, coat hooks that may be in your hall, anything that you might trip on. Just be aware of those things. If there's a radiator corner you think you might bump yourself on, put a towel on it. Yeah. If it's a coat hook, you can either put a thick towel on it, or do you remember I put a plastic jug upside down on one of my coat hooks that I thought was a bit in the way? So just be aware of those things as well. And of course, because today some of the activities might need you to get, I don't want to give it away, get a bit busy and get close to some equipment and things. Please, if you've got anything that you think might catch or get in the way, maybe it's a necklace or something, or a watch or earrings, just take them out, okay? Most of the PE that you've been doing with me over the weeks has just been one person on their own or a couple of people, okay? And we've not needed to do that, but today would be a good day because I think there's one of the activities particularly where you could just catch yourself, and I would hate anything to happen. So if you have your thinking cap on, if you watch and listen carefully, you will have a fantastic time. And also, we have a surprise this afternoon that I can't wait for you to find out about. So don't forget to come back at 12 for the surprise. You might see me partway through this series of videos just to give you a handy hint on how to stay safe and sensible. Can't wait to see what you do. Can't wait for the fun to begin. So take it away. Let's have fun.
Okay, so this sports day activity is a catch and clap challenge. So you will need either a small ball that you can hold in your hands or a rolled up pair of socks will be fine. So you are going to throw your socks or your ball into the air and you need to catch it. So you might want to make sure you can do that first of all. So you're throwing it up in the air bringing your hands together and catching it. It's helpful if you're outside, because if not, you're just going to hit the ceiling and you won't be able to do many claps. Okay, so once you have practiced throwing and catching, hopefully better than Miss Ra, you are going to throw it and you are going to try clapping before you catch it. So you throw it, clap and catch without falling over. Okay, so your challenge is to see how many claps you can do before you catch it. So you're going to throw it as high as you can, and then you're going to see how many claps you can do before you catch it. That was 3. Right, I'm aiming for about 10. Oh, that was 4. 3, 4. Okay, so can you beat 4? See how many you can do. Good luck. Goodbye.
Thank you so much, Miss Stray. That looks an amazing activity. And I'm not sure how many claps I could do. I'm going to have to try later. But if you are finding the idea of clapping and catching a bit too tricky, which will be quite a lot of us, because there'll be quite a lot of us who are still just learning to throw and catch. So if that's you, your task is to throw and count every time you manage to do it without mistakes. So throw, catch 1, throw, catch 2, throw, catch 3, and then if you dropped it, don't worry, have another go and see if you can improve your score. And I would give yourself 3 or 4 goes, and then I would record or write down your score and then move on, because we've got quite a lot of activities to get through. And this is a good point also to say, please make sure that you're wearing the right footwear. Something with a flat sole. If you've got your PE shoes still, great, wear those. I want you to be safe, but also it will make these activities much easier for you. Go on then, go and do your best, have fun.
Hello, Dunkirk. I'm here for a very special Sports Day challenge. It's all about having loads of fun and being a little bit silly. Shall we have a look at what we're going to do? Come on then. So, I want you to create your very own obstacle course at home. It's time to have a load of fun. Lockdown's been a little bit miserable, but with this Sports Day activity, you can really get super creative and have a great time. Now, my daughter had a go at creating one for me. So you could have a go at creating one for your whole family if you wanted to. I've got a little video to show you of my attempt at doing the obstacle course. However, I've also got a few other ideas because I know everybody's got different stuff at home. So here are some that other people have done. So as you can see, you can use absolutely anything to make an obstacle course. These children have used some steps that they had at home. They've made a cardboard tunnel, and they've got a little table there that they have to crawl under or jump over. Here, they've used some skipping ropes to make like a zigzag that they've got to go around. They've got a hula hoop tunnel. They've made some hurdles out of something and a balance beam, and they've also got a sock bag to throw. So if you've got some socks, you can ball them up and you can throw those into a bucket. Here again, using chairs to crawl underneath and do different activities. So there's one here that says spin. This family have been really creative. All they had was some string at home, so they've used the string to create kind of like an obstacle course where you have to climb over and not touch the string. If you wanted to make it even more tricky, you could put some head height as well, so your whole body's got to kind of go through almost like a spider's web. And finally, here we've got some chalk on the floor and a hopscotch for an obstacle course. We've got a tunnel made out of blankets and chairs. And here's another example of somebody using tape on the floor. You know, you've got the zigzag to go through, you've got things to hop over, balance beams, things to crawl through. So I hope you can see that there are lots of different ideas that you can have. What you need to do is get creative with what you have at your house. Good luck. Here's my video.
Ready, steady, go.
Then you need to pass it back to me. Mummy?
Oh my goodness, I forgot about this bit. Get off me!
It's Henry.
Henry, get off me!
Are you stuck? You are stuck. Henry.
Oh, it's so muddy.
Hey.
Woo!
Daddy, can you get the ball for me?
Where do I go?
Underneath.
Then up to the side?
Yeah. Mummy? Yeah. Can you get up to slab? Mummy?
Uh-huh.
You've got to stay in between the strips, okay? You've got to stay in between the strips.
Okay, thank you, Amy.
Mummy!
And then over this way. Oh my goodness, this is a hard obstacle course. Ah, sabotage. Okay, ready?
Roly-poly!
Yeah. Okay, we're here.
Let's finish off with the trampoline. Mummy? I'm going.
Wait! Woohoo!
So as you can see, my daughter created quite a tricky thing for me to do, but I gave it a go and had a lot of fun. Can't wait to see what your obstacle courses look like. Let us know how you get on. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.
It's the obstacle course. It's my favourite event of the whole of Sports Day, and even as a grown-up I still love it, and I think Miss J does as well. Okay, this though is the one activity where you need to use your thinking caps more than anything else. We want you to have fun. There's no scoring for this at all, so you're not in a hurry. We want you to have fun building your obstacle course, but you're going to be using a lot of different things, all right? And if you're inside, it might be like Miss Jacobis Miss Rachel, that you are moving in and out of different rooms. So you especially need your thinking cap on, and you need to ask your grown-up about all the things that you are planning to do, okay? Please be especially careful if you're going under things. Careful of your head, because we don't want bumped heads, but also if you're going under anything like a washing line, or if you've got any rope on your course, just make sure it's not going to get caught here. Okay, there's nothing worse than running into something unexpectedly on your neck. It's really not nice. I did it once as a child and never again. Okay, so please be careful about that. Also, if you're going to be standing on something or crawling over or going over something, please can you make sure that it's what we call stable. In other words, it stands on the ground firmly. It's not wobbling, right? If something is wobbly when you put your weight on it, okay, it's most likely not the right thing to be doing, all right? So only something that's really stable. Okay, we don't want anything wobbling and you falling off it or your ankle turning over as you step on it. Okay, also if you're marking the floor either with chalk or with tape, ask your grown-ups, because there are some floors that in actual fact it wouldn't work on very well because it would leave marks. All right, so ask about that as well. And the biggest thing is, please only do things that you feel comfortable with. Okay, things that you know you can do safely and sensibly. If it's something new you've not tried before, like Miss J did a forward roll, please don't do it. Okay, We only want you to do things that you feel comfortable doing that you can do. Just because someone else in your family might do something doesn't mean that you should be doing the same thing. Okay? You choose things that you know you can do safely and sensibly, because the last thing we want is for people to get hurt or injured, because that would spoil such a wonderful day. So have fun making that little obstacle course. Don't forget, if you're going under things, be careful of your head and be careful of things getting on your neck. If you're standing on things or going over things, make sure that they're stable, that they don't move, and only do those things that you feel comfortable doing. And of course, always watch out for the sharp corners or things that you might trip or slip on. You can take photographs of that activity because we would love to see what you have done, or you can draw a picture of it. We'd love to be able to share some of those on the website. Okay, go and have great fun, enjoy that, and we will see you back at 12 o'clock for your surprise. Okay, see you soon.
Right. This challenge is to do as many superhero jumps as you can in 1 minute, and Lily will demonstrate. Go!
Wow, Lily was doing amazingly. Again, don't worry if you haven't got a timer. Get someone to count for you. And if they count 1 monkey, 2 monkey, and they keep on going up to 60, counting like that would be 1 minute. Okay, so that's the easy way to do it. Just get someone that's nearby to count 1 monkey, 2 monkeys, 3 monkeys until you get to 60. All right, if you don't have a timer and you don't have someone else who can count, I want you to do as many as you can until you stop. Okay, so as soon as you have a little, oh, I can't do it anymore, even just for a little bit, that's when you stop counting. Okay, so as soon as there's a little break and you don't quite manage it, that's when you stop counting. So no rests, just how many can you do without stopping or hesitating at all. Okay, go on then, go and do your best. Have fun.
Hello everybody, so I've got a sports day activity for you to be having a go with. It can be done indoors or outdoors. As you can see, I'm going to do it indoors today because I've tried to record this outside a few times and every time it started raining on me. So I'm going to do it indoors now, even though the sun does appear to have come out. Just typical, isn't it? So, it's a really simple activity. You're going to be doing a standing jump, a standing long jump. So we're jumping forwards and across the floor rather than up and measuring it upwards because it's a lot easier to measure. You only need 2 things. You need something to act as a starting place. So I've got this long metal ruler, this meter ruler, and you need something then to place down on the floor where you land to act as your marker. So, and actually you could do with having 2 of those things. So I was thinking, what might everybody have that they can use as a marker? And a sock seems like a good idea, because most people, I would imagine, rather than just having 1 sock, actually have at least 2. So that is all you need, and it's nice and simple. All you need to do is you take whatever it is that you're using as your starting point and you place it down on the floor. When that's been placed on the floor, you stand without your toes going over that marker, so you stand with your toes on it but not going past it, and then you have to jump as far as you can manage to jump, and then when you land, you place down one of your socks. That is then your mark point and your best score so far. When you've done that, you go back to the start, you jump again, and you try and beat your furthest point, and when you've beaten it, you put down a new marker to try and beat that one. If you have some way of measuring that from your start point to where you land, brilliant, you can send us how far you managed to jump. But you don't need to. It's not about how far you've jumped, it's about trying to beat your own ability, beat your own personal best. So, let's see what that looks like. Take my measurement take my start point, and that can be anything. It can be a bit of string, it can be a stick, it can be a broom, a brush, it can be just some pieces of paper, it can be a pen, it can be anything, something to then stand behind. I'm going to put my toes on it. I don't want my sock in my hand, so I'm going to put my sock in my pocket, and because I've got two, I'm going to put that one in the other pocket. Now, I've got to be a little bit careful because you can't see it, but just above the line, of the screen, I've got a hanging down line, and it's very likely I might hit that. So, you want to give your arms a good swing, and then you're going to bend your legs and jump forward and try and go as far as you can. So, here we go. As you can see, I stepped forward, but I kept this leg where it landed. So I need to put the sock where I landed. What I don't want to do is I don't want to put the marker down where I took the next step. So that is how you're going to do it. So I'll quickly go and have a second go, see if I can beat my personal best. Ooh, it was a better landing, and it is. So that's your event. I look forward to seeing all of your efforts. Best of luck. Can't wait to hear how you've got on. See you all again soon.
Right then, the standing jump. It's a really good exercise and lots of athletes do it. If you are doing this and you don't have anything to measure your jumps with, don't worry. Obviously, if you've got a ruler or a tape measure, you can use that and measure your jumps in centimetres. But if you don't have that, don't worry, because here's mine. That's my dog lead, was my starting space. And then that was my first jump. And thankfully, I did better on my second jump. So that's the one I'm going to measure. So I'll take that one out of the way. And I can measure it using my feet, like this. Okay? 1 foot. 2 feet. 3 feet. 4 feet. 4.5 of my feet. So my score would be 4.5 feet of mine. Okay, so that's how I'd like you to score. Remember, have maybe 3 or 4 goes, and your best score is your top score. Put it on your score sheet, and then we'll see you for the next activity.
Now for the hand keepy uppy activity, what you're going to need is you're going to need a timer, and mine is set to 2 minutes, and you're going to need a rolled up ball of socks. What I'm going to do, I'm going to set my timer for 2 minutes, just like that. I'm going to see how many keepy uppies I can do with this ball of socks. So keeping it in the air just by hitting it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I could do 7 that time, but my timer is still going, so I'm going to see just how many I can do within that 2 minutes. Now my highest score will be the most times I could keep it in the air, and you have 2 minutes to do that. Okay, have a go.
Oh, these are amazing activities, aren't they? Keepy uppy, totally different skill. If you don't have a timer, just count the monkeys as you've done before. If you don't have anyone to count monkeys, just see how many you can do before you drop the ball. Okay? If you drop the ball, you stop your count, and you can have maybe 3 or 4 goes and take your best score. If you're finding keepy uppy quite challenging, okay, which it is, especially if you're one of our younger children, then I would suggest you use a plastic bag balloon ball. In case you haven't come across one of those, you can use any plastic bag that doesn't have holes in. So I'm using a bread bag, but any sort of food bag would be fine. Children, you must have an adult, please, for this? Okay, I don't want children doing this on their own, so please get your adult to do this for you. But get some air in, close the top up tight, tie a knot in it as tight as you can, just an ordinary knot, push it as far down as you can, or as far up as the case may be, to make it even tighter. There you go. This bit you can cut off. Try not to cut the balloon bag. Whoops, it's going to fly away. Better put that in my pocket so that it doesn't go anywhere. And there you have your balloon bag. And these, yay. Whoops, I'm in the wind outside, so it's not very easy. But that is, if you're inside, a really, really easy, the wind's taking it again, a really, really easy ball to use, but you do need to be inside for that one, okay? Right, go off, have fun, do your best, and don't forget to write down that score.
Hello and welcome to another Sports Day event. Miss Butler and I have got a great event for you. We are going to be doing the javelin throw. Now don't worry, we're not actually going to be throwing any javelins. Instead, we're going to be doing something much safer and throwing paper aeroplanes. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a paper aeroplane, and Miss Butler is going to demonstrate how to do a fantastic javelin throw. So this event is about both skill and strength, and the first skill you need to be able to do is to make a paper aeroplane. Now the neater and the more accurate you can do these folds, the better your plane is going to be. So start off with an A4 piece of paper. You're going to want to start by folding it in half lengthways, like that. And that'll give you a great line down the middle. So make that fold really clear, open things back up. And we're going to start at this end, and we're going to start making the nose of our aeroplane. So you want to take your corner, fold it in, and this edge here is going to go along that middle line. And then same again on this side. So fold it in so it matches exactly, and you've got a lovely point at the top. Okay, once you've done this, you're going to do same again. This time we're taking this point, and this line is going to sit along the middle. So I'm going to fold in like that. You can start to see the shape of the aeroplane taking shape. Here we go. So fold that down, and then again, same on the other side. Fantastic. Right, when you have got your plane like that, you need to fold it back in half, and it's time to sort the wings out. Now, it's up to you how you make these wings. Let me show you how I do it. The most important thing is that your wings are even, that they're the same as each other. So fold your wing down like this. You're going to want to bring it straight down, and what you're looking for is for this top line to be straight and parallel with this bottom line. And you want to fold it down a little bit like this so that the wing comes down below the body of your plane. So there we go, that's mine. And then, as I said, the most important thing is that the other side, when you turn over, matches. So you're going to want to take a bit of time to look and match these up, match these wings up before you do your fold. There we go, that's as matched up as I can get mine. And I'm going to fold it in like that. And you should see, when we open things back out, that we've got a fantastic paper aeroplane ready for your javelin throw. So have a watch how this event works. Okay, so here you can see Miss Butler on the starting line ready to go, and she's holding the paper aeroplane with her fingers on one side of the body and her thumb on the other side. Now what she does is she pulls her arm back, and she's going to launch her arm forward and let go of the plane at the highest point. Brilliant. Now we can see her plane is on a fantastic trajectory. She's in for a big score, but watch what happens next. Unfortunately, her plane gets derailed by some wind. So part of this event is making sure that you let go of your plane at exactly the right moment when the wind is at its least windy. Now keep watching because we've got the final bit of this event and the most important. She's now going to walk forward and count how many steps it takes to get to her plane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 steps for Miss Butler. And that is how you do the paper aeroplane javelin throw. We hope you have fun with this event. It's a great mix of skill and strength because you've got to pick exactly when you're going to let go of your plane and what angle, as well as throwing it really hard. Have a great day today. That's it from me and Miss Butler.
Now this is the target shot activity, and what you're going to need for this one is 3 scrunched up balls of paper, a timer set for 2 minutes, and a saucepan. So I've set my saucepan on the side, that's nice and secure. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stand about 2 meters away, just about here. Okay, I'm going to set my timer for 2 minutes, and then I'm going to throw these balls of paper into that saucepan. So 2 minutes. 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to throw these balls of paper into that saucepan. When I've finished, I'm going to run over there, grab them, come back and throw them again and see just how many I can get into the saucepan in 2 minutes. Okay, so starting now, underarm throw, nice and careful. Oh, missed. Missed again. 1, got 1 that time. Quickly get them, run back. Missed, missed, missed. Oh dear, isn't it? So I would do that for 2 whole minutes, and I want to see how many I can get into that saucepan in those 2 minutes. You need to count them up at the end. Okay, have a go.
Well, I love a target shot. It's going to really make you be accurate. Again, if you haven't got a timer, you can get someone else in your household to count in monkeys to 60 and then another 60, or they can count to 2 60s, which is 120. All right, so if they're going 1 monkey, 2 monkeys, 3 monkeys, 4 monkeys, while you're shooting and then collecting your balls and shooting again, then that will be good enough for timing. Go on, go and get your eye in. Remember, point to where you want that ball to go. Same for the underarm, just point to where you want it to go. Have fun.
Hi everybody, this challenge is standing on one leg for as long as you can. Sounds simple, but it can be tricky. Here we go, here's our demonstration by Lily. So your adult can start timing when you put your foot up and stop timing when you put your foot down.
Ooh, Miss Sally and Lily, that's a hard one, isn't it? Who's going to get past 30, I wonder? Don't worry though if you don't have a timer. You can count monkeys instead. If you count 1 monkey, 2 monkeys, 3 monkeys, 4 monkeys, that will do. Okay, and just record, okay, how many monkeys that you could stand on one leg for. All right, so if you haven't got a timer, don't worry, you can still do this. Just count the monkeys. Go on, have a great time and do your best. So this is Sports Day, and of course, because it's Sports Day, we are going to be asking for your scores, because all the scores are going to be put together for the classes. So how are you going to score? It's really important you're accurate, and it's really important you keep your score for every single event. Miss Beeley's been having a go herself at the events, and she's going to show you how you can keep your score. Over to you, Miss Beeley.
So, hope you've enjoyed the challenges. The main thing is to have fun, use your body, enjoy using your body, challenge yourself, have fun today, And maybe if you've got some ideas of some other sports challenges, you could set them for your brothers and sisters, making sure you're safe. Think about what Miss Ray's already told us. If you've really had lots of fun with your challenges, why not email them into your teachers and see if they'd like to have a go with them too. Have a great day. Enjoy Sports Day. See you soon.